Like, I'm watching the UNCW William Mary game on my phone right now. So if I keep looking, bam, bam, just understand that's what I'm checking out, man. Greedy them are currently down 10. They're undefeated in the league. William and Mary was picked to win the league. So, hey, listen. Good to go now. But appreciate y'all hanging out with us, man, right here on the iBall Radio Live call-in show. If you want to get in on the show, man, make sure you give us a call at 334-209-5222. Lines are open, man. A lot of stuff going down, man. Y'all know what's happening tomorrow. Tomorrow is a big day down here in Montgomery at the Alabama High School Athletic Association, as they will have their meeting on tomorrow about the Choose Act and to see if there will be a public school and private school split here in the state of Alabama. We've been talking about it for the last several weeks, giving y'all the rundown, the breakdown, all the information about it. A lot more information is coming out as we speak. They got a press conference tomorrow. If I was in, I'm not going to be in town in Montgomery tomorrow. If I was, I would be over there at that press conference. If Breezy gets a chance to go by, we'll see if he can go by and check it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there.
He'll get some audio for us on that, so we'll be able to drop a little audio for you guys on the next live show as we talk about it. Been reading articles about it, been breaking it down. A lot of stuff going on, man. But it's an interesting time right now, man, for Alabama High School athletics as a whole, but more importantly, in our wheelhouse, the world of basketball, as we are cutting down and getting into the meat of area play, getting to the end of area play as we get ready to get the area. A lot of areas are already shaped out, right? A lot of state. So we're gonna try to talk about a little bit of that. I got Lance Gilbert be on shortly with us to talk some of that. He did a good job of some of the research, just ironing out some of those regional matchups, how they would come out after region, after the area, after in excluding 7A, after the sub-region, and then on into regional. So we'll talk about that a little bit later. But before we get into that, man, we had a busy week. Lord Jesus have mercy.
Wow.
We have been extremely busy over the last several weeks with our iBall Radio games of the week. Hopefully you guys have been tuning in on the iBall Radio YouTube page, iBallRadio.com, and the iBall Radio NFHS network.
Yes, sir.
A lot of interviews we've been dropping, man. We dropped a lot of content today, man. I think we dropped 4 clips of some interviews on our social media pages and across all platforms. You can go to iBallRadio.com if you have your premium subscription and find all those interviews in full on the exclusive content page, or you can go to our iBall Radio YouTube page and we have some of those interviews up on there. So like I say, if you haven't been watching, man, I suggest you do, because a lot of things have been going down. I will say this, bro. Starting last week, last Friday, we were at Randolph School for Randolph versus Westminster. That was a really good basketball game, bro.
It was.
The game went into overtime. Randolph ended up winning that game by 2. Hopefully you went and read the the post-game article, the recap article that we posted on iBallRadio.com. If you didn't know, man, every single game that we do, we post a recap article breaking down that game all those things, man, we put into our game of the week recap articles on iBallRadio.com. Before I get any further, man, we are sponsored by the Glenn Wilson lending team. Holler at our guy Glenn Wilson at Movement Mortgage for all of your mortgage lending needs. You can get in contact with him at Glenn Wilson Lending Team.com. That's Glenn Wilson Lending Team.com. Go holler at him and tell him iBall Radio sent you, and he'll get you hooked up with all of your mortgage needs.
Yes,
but with that being said, man, we're gonna jump into last week's game. I'm gonna try to pull it up on my phone. I don't have my sorry about that, y'all. But pull some of this up on the but hey, if you didn't know, we giving out nicknames now.
Oh yeah.
All right. Shout out to our iBall Radio player of the game from the Randolph Westminster game. Our guy Alex Kokanowski. 2027 wing for Randolph, had 18 points in that basketball game. He does have a nickname, and we calling him Ski. That's right, man. So because he was skating on them boys.
He was skating.
He was skating on them boys, Westminster. That rivalry matchup. Great crowd was out that night. Student sections were lit. So shout out to both student sections for bringing the energy in that basketball game. And like I say, that game went into overtime. The funny thing about that game, though, me too, because it wasn't looking good there for a while for Westminster. They were down 12 at the half, down 12 midway through the third quarter, but found a way to get back in that basketball game.
Tenacity.
Yeah, man, and come up with a 2-point victory, 53-51. Here's the thing. The game was 51-51 at the end of regulation. It was only 2 points scored in the entire overtime. Westminster was unable to score in overtime. Fatigue was a huge factor. And Breeze, we said every single game, got to make your free throws.
That's so important.
Got to make your free throws.
That's almost as important as being at the game.
No doubt about it, man. Like, you got to make your free throws. Free throws and turnovers decide so many of these basketball games that we've done. We've done over 20 iBall Radio games of the week this season alone, and that's not including our tournaments. That's not including the second annual Caleb White Tip-Off Classic. That's not including the Minor Veterans Day Classic. That's not including the Huntsville City Classic. JSI? 43rd Huntsville City Classic. No, it's not JSI. The Birmingham Ball.
Okay.
Birmingham Ball. That's not including the Spain Park Birmingham Ball. We did multiple games in all of those events, man. So we are literally upwards of 50 plus games done and called this basketball season alone. I remember on day one of the 43rd annual Huntsville City Classic, we did 8 games in one day.
Right.
Day one, we did
8
games. That was a long day. We did 3 games at the Birmingham Ball. We streamed for 8 hours at the Caleb White Tip-Off Classic. We streamed for 8 hours. We did 5 or 6 games at the Veterans Day Classic. So if you add up, and then you gotta understand the Huntsville City Classic was 3 days, and we did all 3 days, right?
Yeah.
So like we are upwards of 50 games done this basketball season, man. For all of those who booked iBall Radio to come out and cover your game, man, shout out to you guys for bringing us out. But the season ain't over yet.
Oh,
it ain't over yet. We got a
couple of games.
Yeah, we got a couple of games left to go in this season. We got Homewood and Hoover coming up on February 2nd, and it looks like I'm not gonna say it yet because I'm not sure who the opponent is, but we got a call today to cover a game on November the 3rd.
It's gonna come through.
Yeah, it's gonna come through if that game makes, because it's a late edition game. It's not a game that was scheduled at the beginning of the season. They're trying to get it together now. If that game comes to fruition, we will be down there to cover that game on February 3rd. A lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of things coming up. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who has booked iBall Radio to come out and cover your game for iBall Radio Game of the Week. Salute to you all. But let's talk a little bit about that Randolph game in Westminster. Great basketball game. Like we mentioned, Alex Kokanowski had 18 points in that game. For Westminster, got to give a shout out to Brady Wilson. Brady Wilson was hooping, right? That kid can get it done on the offensive end. And the crazy part about that, you don't see this very often, but as soon as they ran out of the tunnel for warm-ups, they came out in warm-ups. He shot the first free throw. Next thing you know, he is rolling around on the ground in agony as he turned his ankle in warmups. Thank goodness he was able to get up off the mat and continue in that basketball game and play a huge role in that game for Westminster that almost led them to a win. A matter of fact, he scored the first 7 points of that basketball game to give Westminster an early 7-0 lead as he started off on fire. Came out with his issue about him after rolling his ankle in warmups. Starting point guard for Westminster, Jameer Battle, did not play in that game. I think he was dealing with a hamstring injury. Grant Enfinger for Randolph was not 100%. He's about 60% as he's trying to work himself back into playing shape after missing a bunch of time this season with also with the ankle injury, if I'm not mistaken. And hey, Taj, hey, listen, Taj in the building, Madison Academy. He like, what about MA? Bro, we didn't get an MA game this year. Madison Academy didn't bring us out for a game this year. However, I will give you your props, Taj. You guys are running away with that area. They're currently undefeated in that area with Randolph and Westminster. Westminster and Randolph are battling for second place, right? They're battling for second place. So they're going to see each other in that first round of that area because Madison Academy is literally running away with that area. Taj and our guy Charleston Owens, they're having a great season over there at Madison Academy. Really playing very well, and I'm gonna say it, y'all are the cream of the crop in that area. So,
okay.
but we did have that Westminster Randolph game. So Taj, listen, tell coach to bring us out. Tell coach if y'all got some games left on the schedule, hit us up. We got a couple of dates that's open. We'll come out and do a game. Right? We've exhausted our we thought we had exhausted our North Alabama trips. But hey, listen, if the phone rings or the email buzzes or the DM hit, we pulling up. We pulling up. So holla at us about that one, man. But I will say this, man. That basketball game was a very interesting basketball game. Two highly competitive, evenly matched teams. It's not a lot of margin between those two basketball teams, like I say, that are fighting for second and third. And I dropped an interview today with Randolph head coach Trey Hatfield, and he made a statement in that clip that I dropped from his interview. If you want to watch the full interview, the full post-game interview after that basketball game, like I said, you can go to the iBallRadio.com exclusive content page or go to the iBall Radio YouTube page and catch that interview in its entirety. However, he said something in the clip that we dropped today that the two teams that come out of that area, he says he feels have a really good chance to show up at regional. They got to make it through the sub-region, right? But he said it in that clip. The two teams that come out of there, whether it's Westminster, whether it's Randolph and Madison Academy, is looking real good. Whatever two of those three teams, and there's some other teams in that area. I think that's a 5-team area, if I'm not mistaken. But however, whoever comes out of that area, they have a really good shot at making it to Jacksonville to regionals. So the game was well played, right? Both coaches really got after it, really had their teams prepared, but Randolph was able to pull that game out in the end. Man, they just cannot get this thing under team, bro. They just can't do it.
Get behind early on, it's
yeah, man. Like they just can't get stops, bro. Greedy just made another three.
Let's go, nephew.
Yeah, Greedy is I think he's 2 for 5, shooting 40% from three in this game, but he's shooting it from deep, 25. Like this was a 24-foot three, right? So like just keep shooting the ball, nephew. Keep shooting the ball.
Just keep working.
Got that thing to 7 with 3 minutes to go in the game. Oh boy, I'd be stressed out watching these games, bro. I
know it.
You know what I'm
saying? Hey, that's what it take though.
Yeah, man. So they just got to get some stops. William and Mary is backdooring them to death.
Okay.
Like they cannot stop the backdoor cuts. Like when you're aggressive in the man-to-man defense, good block, Patrick. Got to pick up the loose ball. Let's go, Greedy. Get downhill, score it, and one. Go to the free throw line. Yes, sir. Greedy headed to the free throw line. Hey, listen. Make your free throws, young fella. Make your free throws. Let's go. Hey, he makes these 2 free throws.
That's 5.
Get it to 5.
Yeah.
5, bro.
That's manageable.
Let's go. 5 with 3 minutes.
That's a lot. That's a lot of time.
Let's go. They are UNCW is currently undefeated in in conference in Coastal Atlantic. Well, they changed it. They're not a CAA. They the CAA. They're undefeated in that conference, leading the conference, number one in the conference. William and Mary was preseason picked to win the conference. Even though Greedy them won the conference last year and went to the NCAA tournament, they picked William and Mary to win it this year. Greedy them have come out. They're 7-0 in the conference so far. This is a big road game right now to see who they'll still be in control of that conference. However, they need to get this win.
Right.
They got to get this win, man. Currently down 7 points with 3 minutes to go. Greedy headed to the line to shoot free throws. All right, but back to it, man. On that was our game on Friday night. On Monday, we've had the privilege of heading down to Murphy. We got to Lower Alabama.
Yes, sir.
We got to South Alabama, man. Everybody say, y'all don't show South Alabama no love. Well, we were there. We pulled up. And we went down to Murphy for the Murphy-Baker game, and it was a complete and utter bludgeon.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like that was my first time. That was my first opportunity to see Murphy in person.
Yeah.
And my goodness, did they look good.
Yeah.
The pressure that they apply in the full court, man. They remind you of an old school Bucky McMillan team. Those old school Mountain Brook teams, bro. But they pressure you from the time you get off the bus to the time you get back on it. They are in your face. Coach Andre Epps did an excellent job of switching his defenses throughout the night. He would run that full court press back to a man. He was running that full court press back to a 1-3-1. He was running that full court press back to a 2-3. That team was extremely disciplined on the defensive end, did a great job of rebounding the basketball. And Wallace Selma commit Kenley Simmons was absolutely on fire. He finished that game with 31 points, 11 from 13. 11 from 13 from the floor. Big Chill Will is texting me too. Like I can say it on air because it's our air and we can say what we want to say over here, but it ain't for the it ain't PG.
Yeah, Big Chill.
It ain't PG. He crunk over there right now, man, as they're getting back into this basketball game. But like Kenley Simmons was on fire. He went 11 for 13 from the floor, 6 for 6 from 3, and 31 points. Just blew the doors. Listen, he almost won that game by himself. I think the final score was of that game was 80. What was the final score of that game? Where is it? Where's my?
Hey, while he doing that, hey Lance, I know you out there. Send that stuff to the email that you sent in the text. Those graphics to the iBall.
There it is. Yeah, they ended up winning that game 82-43. Kenley Simmons had 31 points. So the score was Kenley Simmons 31, Baker 43. So they only outscored Kenley Simmons by 12 as an entire team, right? So he was absolutely on fire in that basketball game, bro. Just knocking down the three. Wallace Selma, Coach Evans and Coach Will Frank over there at Wallace Selma got a good one coming in Kenley Simmons. That was a huge pickup for them. They've done a great job in recruiting so far this season. They got AO to ink. They got Kenley Simmons to ink. AO for Andy Oles from Pelham has already signed on the dotted line. Kenley Simmons already signed on the dotted line. And I already know, I'm positive they're not done. They're going to pick up several more that are going to be really good basketball players. Coach Evans and Coach Will Frank do a great job over there. But yeah, Kenley Simmons was just on fire. And Cordarius Dixon, 2026 point guard, Cordarius Dixon. I think they call him Mook or Nuke or whatever. Kenley said it in his post-game interview, his player of the game interview. I think he said Nuke. But we gonna call him Cordarius, right? Because we all know, you know what I'm saying. But the lefty point guard, Island boy, super shifty, crazy handle, can shoot the three, can get downhill and finish at the rim. But I'm gonna tell you what I saw from Cordarius Dixon. Bro, he might have the quickest hands in the state of Alabama, right? His ability to play passing lanes, his ability on the ball, playing defense, causing havoc for all the ball. Bro, he gave the ball handlers for Baker fits. And I talked to Coach Armstrong prior to that basketball game, and that was what he stressed to me. He was like, if we can handle that press, right? If we can't handle the press, we won't be in the game. If we can handle the press, we'll be able to stick around. They were unable to handle that press, and a lot of that was due to the play of Cordarius Dixon. He had 10 steals in this basketball game, 21 points and 10 steals. He was wrecking havoc for everybody that touched the basketball for Baker all day long on that MLK Day this past Monday as they blow out Baker. And that was another rivalry matchup. Kenley Simmons said in his post-game interview, he was like, man, our freshman and sophomore year, these guys just whooped up on us. And that makes a lot of sense. They had really good teams. They had LeBaron Filons. They had Derek Florence's, right? They had some really good players that have gone on. As we know, LeBaron is thriving at University of Alabama, will be a lottery pick in this year's upcoming NBA draft. Derek Florence went prep school, but he is garnering major, mid-major, and some high major offers already, Division I offers for Derek Florence as he's killing it at prep school this year. So it makes sense that they were getting pounded by Baker over the last several years, but they came out with an agenda, and he said it, man. We knew this was going to be a blowout. That's a direct quote. We knew this was going to be a blowout if they came in and they were focused, in that basketball game, played very well, and like I mentioned, blew out Baker.
And it was senior night.
Yep, and it was senior night. That was their last regular season home game as they are undefeated. I think they're 20-6. They won the other night. They're 20-6 on the season. And I think they're 5-0 in area play. So it looks like they probably all but locked up that 6A Area 1 area, and they will be hosting the area tournament. So those guys will get the opportunity to play inside their home gym again. They only played 5 home games all season long.
That's crazy.
And I talked to Coach Epps about it before the game, and he was like, man, I traveled everywhere last year, and a lot of those teams did not, who said they were coming back down here this year, did not return. They ghosted me. When it was scheduled set in time, and it was time for them to come to Mobile and play me at my home place, they ghosted.
Hey, the phone ain't gonna pick up
that's
the
whack,
phone.
bro. That's whack. If y'all out there doing that, coaches, you whack, right? I know he told me the schools that did it too. I ain't gonna call you out, but he told me the schools that did it, man. But if a school, man, especially a school like Mobile, from all the way from the bottom, man, travels up to play you, man, return the favor. That's why you need to do home and home in the same seat, right? Because saying we're gonna come back next season, you know how rosters change. Teams, bro, return the game, return the favor if it is what it is, right? But I was very impressed with Murphy. I said this. I told this to Kenley Simmons in his post game and Coach Epps in his post game. I expect to see Murphy in Birmingham.
Yeah, you did.
I expect them to be representing the South region coming out of Garrett Coliseum here in Montgomery after that region, bro, because that pressure that they can put on you and their ability to score the basketball, right? They have several guys. They're small. Let's go. But we said that about a team last year, right?
Yeah, we did. And they made it all the way to the end.
They made it all the way to the championship game, and that was Pinson Valley. We kept talking about how small Pinson Valley was, and they made it all the way to the state championship game last year. We talked about how small Pinson Valley is this year, and they're still out there hooping and have another chance to make it back to Birmingham this year.
Sure.
That is Murphy of this year. That is a small basket. They got a bunch of small guards, but it does not matter. That pressure that they apply to you in the full court is going to give, I don't care who, fits all game long. And like I say, I expect Murphy to represent the South region in Birmingham in the Final Four if all plays out the way I see it playing out.
Makes sense.
And we're going to talk about that here. Nephew in the building, Bryson in the building. What up, Bryce?
What up?
Hope everything going good, man. Bryce Dawson in the building. I call him Bryson. Bryce Dawson in the building. Man, shout out to you, nephew, man. We miss watching you hoop, man. Hopefully everything's going good up there at Western, where you at playing high major Division II basketball. But 68-74. Patrick Wesley at the free throw line. Come on, Pat. Make your free throws, bro. 110 remaining. He went 1 for 2 from the line. Come on, man.
Come back. That's gonna come back.
Yeah, man. You gotta make your free throws, bro. Gotta make your free throws, man. Greedy getting them up tonight. They ain't falling for him right now, but he 2 for 6 from 3. Keep shooting the ball, nephew. It's gonna fall. Keep shooting the basketball. 110 remaining, 74-68. Down 6. Gotta get it. Gotta get it right now. But back to it. I'm sorry. We're gonna one more game on Tuesday night. So let me give y'all our travel map. So on last Tuesday, this is in a week, in 7 days, right? Last Tuesday, we were in New Hope, Alabama, for New Hope versus Plainview. We left New Hope on Tuesday, right? Came back to Montgomery, did the show here in the studio on Thursday. On Friday, we went back up the road to Randolph for Randolph versus Westminster. Hit the road on Monday, headed to Mobile for Murphy versus Baker, the game we just talked about. Woke up on Tuesday morning in Mobile, stayed in Mobile Monday night, watched the national championship game with my parents. They got a house down there in Mobile. Watched the national championship game with them, right? Woke up Tuesday morning, drove 3 more hours east to Enterprise. And we got a chance to watch the Enterprise versus Dothan basketball game, a 7A Area 3 matchup battle, and a huge rivalry for Lower Alabama and the Wiregrass area, right? The Wiregrass rivalry is what I'm calling. Now, I don't know if that's called it, but I just coined it. If that's what it, listen,
it's got to be that because that's the Wiregrass.
It's the Wiregrass down there, bro. So the Wiregrass rivalry, man, between Enterprise and Dothan, really good basketball game, and Enterprise end up winning that game by a score of, what was that final score? I'll tell you in a second. 60-49.
Yeah.
Dothan was ranked number 1 in the state according to some rankings that were out there. They were really good, 22-2 overall at the time. Now they're 22-3. But that game came in. Shout out Coach Rhett Harrelson and Enterprise for bringing us in to cover that game. And I got to give a huge shout out to our guy Dylan Harding. Shout out Dylan Harding, man, for coming in and jumping on the call with us for that game. He did an absolutely great job, man. Shout out to him. Appreciate him filling in for our guy Lance Gilbert in that basketball game. He did a stand-up job helping call that basketball game. Chris Dot chilling in the building. What up, though?
What up?
Shout out to Hazel Green, man. Still doing their thing up there in North Alabama. But that 7A Area 3 matchup between Enterprise and Dothan, breezy. Let's say this. Enterprise facilities are awesome.
Yeah, they are.
That gym is huge. And it is they got the LED blue lights in the bleachers.
Yeah.
Right? The court is lit up bright.
They got the ambiance.
But they got the ambiance of the blue LED lights up in the stands. Fire.
That's hard. It was
fire.
I like it.
Like listen, I still got to give the Albertville. Albertville still got the number 1. Albertville still number 1. Like Albertville facility is crazy dumb, but it's their extras.
Yeah, they got extras.
They got all the extras.
They got all the bells and whistles.
They got all the bells and whistles, dog. All the bells and whistles. So Enterprise, Chris Dot chilling, Enterprise gym, bro. They got the blue LED lights in the stands. Crazy dope. Great ambiance. Great gym to call it in. They had us in a great spot at the LED table right there courtside, man. So shout out Coach Rhett Harrelson and that administration for bringing us in and having us come call that game. Now, the game itself, we got to go to 2 people for Enterprise because let me be honest with you. Outside of these 2 people, only other 13 points were scored, and that was only between 2 people. Brady Wadsworth had 8. Chill, Will, we live, bro. Chill. We live. Look, we live. Chill. Hold on. Chill, Will. We live. Chill. So watch yourself.
Okay.
I'll call you back.
He was finna say something
He
crazy.
pissed, dog. He pissed. I think the game over. Yeah, that's it. Lost their first. Yep, they lost
By
their
a couple
first game.
points.
Yeah, they lost by 7. 77-7. 70. Yeah, they golly. But yeah, what was I? Oh, I was talking about Enterprise game.
Enterprise.
Brady Wadsworth had 8 points. And Michael Reed had 5.
Right.
That was the only other. That was 13 points. That was the only other point scored by anybody for Enterprise outside of these other 2 players. And that's their big 2. And that is Tucker Wadsworth, the Troy commit, Troy signee, and Aiden Williams, the Montevallo signee. They straight murked Dothan.
They did.
All game long. Like
they did that thing.
Bro, your boy Tucker Wadsworth came out and knocked down 3 threes in the first half. Bro.
Yeah, he was smooth with
it. No, not in the first half, excuse me. In the first quarter.
Yeah, first quarter.
He lit them up.
What?
I mean, boom, boom, boom. And the crowd exploded every single time.
Yeah.
It touched the, and I don't think he hit rim on any of the shots.
No, it was all net.
All net, every shot. And Aiden Williams was a man-child. Dothan had absolutely nobody to cover him. I'm going to go as far as to say a couple of those players at Dothan were afraid of Aiden Williams. He would catch the ball in the post, and instead of them just playing defense, they were calling for double teams. Come help me. Come help me. And Aiden Williams was just patient. He had 3 and 4 people around him, and he still scored the basketball. He had 16 points at halftime. They could do absolutely nothing with Aiden Williams, right? Montevallo is getting a dog. He showed a lot of things in that basketball game that a lot of people probably didn't know he had. He knocked down the corner 3. So he showed the ability to be a corner boy, right? He also showed the ability to handle the ball in the full court, taking rebounds off, taking down defensive rebounds, pushing the basketball up the court, full court, and finishing at the rim. He showed a lot of things, and then he also showed what he's known for, his ability to score on that block. 6'7", 6'8", big body kid, athletic, and was just, his footwork around the rim was immaculate.
He had a few blocks too.
Oh my God, he had 5 blocks in the game also. Just completely controlling the painted area all game long. But Tucker Wadsworth ended up with 25 points in that basketball game, 7 3-pointers. I mean, he had 3 in the first quarter and 4 in the second half. 3 in the first quarter, 3 in the third quarter, 1 in the fourth quarter. And every single one of those second half threes was a backbreaker. As soon as Dothan showed a little bit of momentum, bang, Tucker Wadsworth, bang.
Take it right up off you.
Hey, listen, soon as they got momentum, it was a whop, put it out of reach again. Whop, put it out of reach again. Whop, put it out of reach again. Like, it was just, they were unable to do anything. And all of these were basically catch and shoot. We know how good of a catch and shoot shooter he is. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think he shoots 65% from 3 on catch and shoot threes. 65%, bro. If somebody's making 65% of their 3, come on, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Coach Scott Cross and that staff over there at Troy, because they got a good one in Tucker Wadsworth. And he's not even 100% right now.
Right.
Like they say he's probably playing about 80%.
That's dangerous.
Coming off. Yeah. So, and he's still shooting the basketball like that. But Aiden Williams had 22 points, double-digit rebounds, and 5 block shots. Not sure what his actual rebound number was, but I'm positive it was over 10.
Right.
He had a double-double with 5 block shots, man. And
that's big.
Like I said, he just controlled this entire game. Now, Coach Rhett Harrelson did a great job of switching up the defenses, because if I'm not mistaken, Diggy Coleman hit them for a 30-ball first matchup, right? He was just completely unstoppable the first game down in Dothan when they beat Enterprise in that basketball game. But they came out and they literally were pack lining him. He saw, every time he touched the ball, he saw 1 to 2 defenders, right? Sometimes 3, right? They full court pressure. half court pressure, 1-3-1 zone. They were overloading on Diggy Coleman. Now, Diggy did a great job of finding some shooters in the second half, which was giving Dothan a little bit of that momentum to get back in that basketball game. But it was just Everett and Everett Welch. Everett Welch had 2 4-point plays in the second half that almost got Dothan back in that basketball game, that really gave them momentum. Those were momentum shifting plays off Diggy Coleman assists, might I add. But I'm gonna tell you this: they would come back down. It'll be Tucker Wadsworth, Tucker Wadsworth, or to be throw it in to Aiden Williams. Patient, step through, finish. Patient, step through, finish. They just did such Coach Rhett Harrelson did a great job, and he brought the energy from the sideline.
Yeah,
he was really pumped that entire game on the sideline. And I'm gonna say this: during the broadcast, I try to do my best to not do this. But now that I'm here on the show, I can do this. Bro, the refereeing was horrible in that basketball game.
Yeah, it wasn't.
It wasn't horrible on Dothan. It wasn't horrible it was horrible for both throughout that basketball game. And here's the crazy part. The head of the officials, the top officials, the officials that were evaluating in that basketball game. So I think the officials probably tried to do a little much. Gerard was our guy, Gerard, who's a friend of the show, has been on the show before, is our resident referee here. Gerard Warren is our resident referee here on the iBall Radio live call-in show. He was in the building evaluating refs, and the head of referees, our guy, Mickey, was also in the building evaluating. So those 3 referees probably tried to do a little too much and got out of character, and they just had a rough night.
Right.
They had a really rough night.
Yeah, it didn't look
good. It was just inconsistency throughout the game. Like, you would see a guy dribbling the ball up top, he would get bumped. I mean, complete car crash, no foul was called. And then you would see JoJo McKay, and that 2029 kid can really play. He's one of the best on-ball defenders in the state already. He's small, he's tiny, but his on-ball defensive pressure is really, really good already. So when you get a young kid as a freshman in the class of 2029 that takes defense at that level, he's going to be really good. But you would see him out there guarding, and they'll give him a ticky-tack foul, hand check foul. But you just allowed a car crash a couple of possessions ago. Like, it's hard for coaches to coach and for players to play when the consistency at the referee level is completely inconsistent. Yeah, I think I said that right. The inconsistency was tough to deal with. But, yeah, he's 2029, Chris Chillin. He said, if you told someone Enterprise was a D2 high school, some people might believe that's how good Enterprise looks. I agree, Chris Chillin. I agree, right? They looked really good in that basketball game. The only concern I have with them, only 4 people scored, right? They played 10 people, but only 4 scored. That's my only concern. If Tucker Wadsworth doesn't hit 7 threes, see what I'm saying? Like, where's the other scoring coming from?
It'd been tough.
It would have been tough. That's what Dothan. Diggy had 17 in that game, played as well as he possibly could with the defensive matchups that he was getting. But where was the other points coming from? The only other player in double figures was Everett Welch, and all 11 of his points came in the second half, and 2 of those were on 4-point plays. So 8 of those points were 4-point plays, and he only had 1 other basket outside of that. The 2028 Jordan Rollins, really good prospect. One of the top. He's a lottery pick. He's a lottery guy in the class of 2028. He had a rough night. He only had 8 points on the night. He only had 1 field goal. The rest of his points came from the free throw line. TJ Johnson, Tristan Johnson had a rough night. Tahir Beecham was sick. Now, they did say the flu was running through that Dothan team. So a lot of those guys weren't 100%. But Wu Coleman, Diggy's brother, couldn't get it going offensively.
Yeah.
Jordan Rollins couldn't get it going offensively. Tahir Beecham, who was a really good prospect, could not get it going offensively. JoJo couldn't get it going offensively. So it was just a tough night. They only scored 49 points.
It was a rough game for them.
Yeah, they only scored 49 points. It's hard to win a game when you only score 49 points. Yeah, it's gonna be tough to win that game, man. But like I say, man, that was a really good game. And after the game, boy, that student section from Enterprise was lit.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, BTA. I thought Coach Red Harrelson was going to get mad the way they were slapping them belts on the floor. They were trying to knock the wood off the floor. They were hitting that belt so hard.
They got the bragging rights this year.
It got to a point where it started being full Gatorades being thrown across the court after the game.
Well, it was so loud, I thought I dropped my camera.
Yeah, Breezy thought he had dropped some. However, bro, they were throwing full Gatorade, the dopest student section. Unacceptable behavior. You know what I mean? Unacceptable behavior. You got to take your lumps when you take your lumps. But they were so it got out of control in there at the end, right? They got it under control, but they got it out of control at the end.
Yeah.
But with all that being said, man, it's time to talk a little bit of the most important stuff, which is going down on tomorrow. The meeting at the Alabama High School Athletic Association. Our guy Lance Gilbert's been waiting in the green room this entire time, so we're gonna get ready to bring him on and let him tell you as we break down some of these regional matchups that are going down, that are potentially going down. So let me explain to you before I pass it over to Lance. Let me explain to you what we did. These are the regions and where they will be going in Class 6A and in Class 7. We're going to go through 7A. We might get to 6A, but we're definitely about to do 7A. But these regions on where they will be going and those teams that will be headed to those regions and where they sit currently in the area as we speak. And with that being said, our guy is in the building. Our guy, Lance from Huntsville, Lance Gilbert, man. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, been watching a little bit of basketball as we get going here. And before I came on, Sparkman was down to Albertville 7-0 before I came on in the first. It's just the first quarter, but that's big news. That's a big time area game that will probably determine who is second place there in that matchup there. So that to me is one of the biggest games tonight. There's a couple other big ones, but that to me is one of the biggest ones for sure.
And like you say, that game is important for confidence, right? Because
they're going to play each other again.
Yeah, second and third is the same thing. And as the numbers add up, Huntsville High has all but clinched that area. So they will host that area tournament. So that second and third place game will be Albertville versus Sparkman at Huntsville High. But whoever wins this game is going to be huge because you want to go into that area tournament with some momentum over that team that you know you're going to have to play.
That's right. That's right.
Well, let's break it down, Lance.
And one other thing before we get into breaking it down, we're talking about all the big news that may or may not come out tomorrow. We don't know. I mean, the one thing that we'll say is we don't know what we don't know, and we don't know a lot. Other than something is happening. There may be something, there may not be something. And just to kind of wrap that up before we get into the breakdown, the thing that I want everybody to listen to is there are so many other states in our union. There's 50, right? And this has been going on a long time where private schools have had their own leagues, Catholic schools have had their own leagues, whatever it is, and all this stuff has been happening for a very long time. I know I've seen some chatter this week about, it's going to be the Wild Wild West with recruiting and paying players. It's been done. It's being done. Just cross the state line over to Georgia, go down to Florida, go up to Tennessee, Texas, wherever. Folks, this has been going on for a very long time. Alabama's just catching up to it. And the first couple of years, it may feel a little messy, but it's the way that it's done. And it's good in the long run for athletics.
And here's the thing about it, bro. I know we've been talking about this for several weeks, and I completely agree, Lance. It's not Armageddon if private schools and public schools break away from each other, because private schools have always been at it's going to happen. Private schools have always been at a competitive disadvantage when it comes to Alabama High School Athletic Association. They always have, because for every public school, they count every person, every student as one. But however, for the private schools, every student is counted as 1.35, right? So they're having to add to their count and play up divisions to much bigger public schools who have their area of zone that comes to them that might be much bigger, much larger. So they don't really these private schools have a select amount of kids and students and athletes that they could choose from, right?
Yeah.
They just don't
Not
have
only that, they get, if they win, they get bumped up and bumped up and bumped up. I mean, you have some
exactly.
folks that are playing, regardless of sport, sometimes 7A, and they might not even have 2,000 students K through 12.
K through 12, they might not have 2,000 students.
Right.
Let's just take it in other sports. We've referenced this on the platform before. Montgomery Academy plays 7A girls soccer. They play 6A girls volleyball. That's a 3A program, and their student body doesn't even measure up or add up to a 3A school.
That's right.
When it comes to the 3A public schools, so I listen.
That's awesome.
It is, but
it's healthy for the culture. It's healthy. It's going
Right.
to seem, there's going to be some big names that are going to transfer and take some of this school choice money and all these things, and we're going to see, somebody maybe from Montgomery move to Huntsville or whatever to go to a private school. That stuff's going to happen, and there's going to be some whining about it in the beginning. But folks, if you go up to Nashville, you go over to Georgia, you go wherever you go close by, that's been happening a very long time, and that's why you have the powerhouses like Brentwoods or IMGs and DME. I mean, like, it goes on, Montverde. It goes on and on. These folks have that's just the nature of the beast. And guess what? In sports that we live in, wake up. Every day's different. I feel like I never know anything until about 3 o'clock of the day because something has changed.
Facts, man. So Lance, let's get into it, man.
Yeah.
First off, we're gonna start off with the first slide that we got. Breeze is gonna bring this up for you guys on the screen, man.
Are they in order?
Just 7A Area 6 basketball. Bring up the 7A Area 6.
It doesn't have to be in. There's no particular order, really. Just
right, all of them the same. Jacksonville region. There you go. Yeah, that's the one. We're gonna bring up this Jacksonville region because this is the region that comes out of the Birmingham and North Alabama area. We've done a lot of games of the weeks in those areas. So we're extremely familiar with a lot of these teams. So we're gonna start there, man. Let's start. Jacksonville region. The teams that are vying for an opportunity to play in Jacksonville, 7A Area 6 and 7A Area 7. 7A Area 6 consists of Vestavia Hills, Hoover, Hewitt, Trussville, and Oak Mountain. 7A Area 7 comprises of Huntsville, Albertville, Sparkman, and Grissom. That's nasty, bro.
That's nuts.
No, like, come on, man. Like, the region in Jacksonville is gonna be absolutely insane. Now, before we get into it, only
talk about
two
the
teams
6A in Jacksonville next week or whenever.
Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. So, these two regions, right? Only two teams from each of these regions will make it to the regionals in Jacksonville, right? So, and I think because 7A does not have sub-region games, so there are no crosses of sub-regionals. So after the area tournament, once these areas have shook out, and we get who's coming out, two teams are coming from Area 6, two teams come Area 7. Who will they be? Gonna be interesting.
And as you can see in that top area there with Hoover, Hewitt, Trussville, that area there, there's still a lot of basketball to be played there. And right now there's no clear-cut 1, 2, or 3. So over the next week or so, that will shake itself out. But right now we don't even know who's hosting that area just yet. But that's going to be interesting. Probably you're going to have Huntsville in Jacksonville, and then probably Albertville or Sparkman will be your other one to join them down there. And then, take your pick out of, the Birmingham area there. I mean, it's it's a cluster at the moment, which is good. It's good to see that, like, hey, what's going to happen? It makes it interesting basketball.
Be on your toes.
But because that area and region has been dominated over the last 3 seasons by Hoover.
Yeah, right? We would have already inked them in, right?
Yeah, we wouldn't even be having this conversation if Hoover was the same Hoover, but they're not this year. So it's a conversation to be had. Now let's start in that area. Let's start in 7A Area 6 and talk about it. Vestavia Hills, Max Preps, they don't always update their stuff in real time, right? So shout out Max Preps for the job that they do. They're affiliate of NFHS. We're affiliate of NFHS. So shout out to
That's
Max.
why we use their stuff.
That's why we use that stuff. That's why we use the Max Preps, because we're an affiliate of NFHS and Max Preps that are owned by the same parent company. So we're using their stuff. So we're only going by. So if some of these numbers have been updated since, don't hold that against us. This is what
don't shoot the messenger.
Don't shoot the messenger. This is what we currently have. But however, Vestavia Hills sits at 2-1, Hoover sits at 2-1, and Hewitt Trustful sits at 2-1. And I gotta say this, Lance, real quick. Hewitt Trustful is a team that I think people are sleeping on.
Yep.
Right?
They just beat Hoover.
They just beat Hoover, right? They gave Hoover their only loss in the area, right? And I think that final score was 61-57. And it was I think it was at Hoover, if I'm not mistaken.
Hoover, that's correct.
It was at Hoover on the road, right? So Tyler Wilson over there, our guys, the Blacks, Dalton and Declan, Black out there hooping. So Hewitt Trustful is a team that I think people have not talked about enough this season.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, I think just because Hoover has dominated that area so much, like you said, over the last couple of years in one state, over the last couple of years, I think people just, fall asleep thinking that Hoover's gonna sleepwalk through that, and that's just not been the case this year.
Yeah, but so also Vestavia Hills, man, Johnny Towery has been hooping. Pro 1 kid that has really, really come on. 6'7" wing that he can play, bro. Like, I got a chance to see Vestavia Hills in person when I went over to watch their Thanksgiving tournament. I think that was during Thanksgiving. I went over there and saw them. Hale County was over there, Huffman was over there, and I got a chance to see Vestavia Hills there. That team is pretty good, bro. And I know that they've gotten better since then, right? I know they've improved since then, and that's why they're currently sitting atop of the area right now, even though it's deadlocked.
Yeah, and I was having a conversation with somebody today. There is a chance, and more than a good chance, that Hoover could possibly not even make it to Jacksonville this year.
That's tough.
Let's say it ended today, and those standings are like they are, right? You're going to have Hewitt Trustville, who just beat them, and Hoover in a rematch at Vestavia Hills.
Ooh, man. Do you know how that would shake up the world if Hoover doesn't even make it to regionals?
Hey, we had there was a team last year.
Hey, Tucker Wadsworth, what up, nephew?
What up, Tuck?
Not 7A, so help me remember. But they got put out before region, and it was a big upset last year. And I just can't remember who it is at the moment. But it was not a 7A or 6A team. But I mean, those things are possible.
Right.
It
happens.
It can happen.
It can happen, bro. It definitely can happen. But also, I truly believe. Let's do this, Lance.
Sure.
And y'all hate when I do this, and Breezy, you're included. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. While we're looking at this Jacksonville region, who are the 4 teams that you guys have in Jacksonville playing for the Jacksonville region ahead to get to Birmingham? I need 4 teams.
You want to go first, Breezy? Or you want to follow me?
Nah, I'll go first. I'm gonna say Huntsville. Huntsville and oh my goodness.
Look, he said he wanted to go first. He got stuck, Lance.
It's tough, like, cause it's like
I need 4 teams, Breeze. I need 4, bro. I need 4.
Huntsville, Albertville, Vestavia Hills, and Hoover.
So Sparkman is left out.
I mean, I wanted to say them.
Well, here's what I've seen when Albertville has played Sparkman. That size that Albertville has, Huntsville has David Harrison and Evan Toms that can combat that size. Tonight, when I was watching, they had no answers for Yancey and Trey Bright.
Right.
They're just too big.
Yep. Yep.
So
and Landon Malone, who's a really good basketball player, who picked up a couple of offers this week. One of them from Calhoun Community College. Like we interviewed him at the Huntsville City Classic. He's just playing out of position. He plays big for Sparkman. However, like you say, against a Yancey and against a Bright, that's just a tough matchup for him.
And Yancey's a dog, man. He's physical. Like he'll put his body on you. He'll box you out. He'll fight you for a board. Like and that's what it takes at this time of year.
Facts.
So
all
you
right,
ready
Lance,
for mine?
On you, Lance.
So I'm gonna say Huntsville versus Hewitt-Trussville, and Vestavia versus Albertville.
Oh, he left out Hoover. I think Lance just like to shake Ish up. I think Lance hit the horn, Breezy. Hit the horn.
Did I lose the audio on you guys? Can you hear me? I lost you.
Okay. Sorry.
Can you hear us, Lance?
I can hear you now.
What about now?
I can hear you.
There we go. We back. I'm sorry.
There we
I'm
go.
sorry, Lance. I got excited.
You did get excited about my call there.
Yeah, man. Like, listen. Okay, so Lance, I need an explanation. Jacksonville region again.
Oh, there you are. Yeah. All right. You want me to go start over?
Yeah, do it again. Tell us your.
All right.
Your
So I said Huntsville versus Hewitt, and Albertville versus Vestavia Hills.
To the regionals this year.
Well, I think we've been saying it all year long. We started seeing the crack in the armor a little bit even in the summertime. Is that guard play just is not good enough, and you got teams that really put a lot of pressure on the guards, and if those guards can't get Jackson Sheffield the ball, he can't create on his own, and that's a problem.
That's an issue. That will be an issue. And I tend to agree with. I've been preaching it since the summertime. I don't know if that guard play is going to cut it. Not anything against the kids. I just don't think it matches up to the level of those teams that they have to face when it comes to it, right?
Right.
However, you got to be able to make outside shots.
Yeah, especially when you get that far.
Yep. or a regional game, like, dude, it's gonna be tough. That crowd makes a whole difference, right? All right.
And you don't have your hometown referees.
Exactly. You got guys that haven't seen you all season long. So you don't know how to adjust. You don't know if they're gonna give high. Yeah, you hope you're ready for this. I got Huntsville High and Hoover playing in the Sweet 16. I got Huntsville High and Hoover, and then I have Albertville and Vestavia Hills. Okay. No, excuse me. No, take that back. I have Albertville and Hewitt Trustville. I got a feeling Hewitt Trustville is about to make a run. I like the kid Tyler Wilson, man. 2028 guard. He can play, dog. And
he can create on his own, and that's what I think that we've seen a lack of this year is guards that can really create on their own.
Right, exactly. And Tyler Wilson can go get a bucket. And Dalton Black is he's a
Did we lose audio again?
Okay. I'm trying. What about now, Lance?
Yes, I can hear you.
Lance look froze. Can you move, Lance?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There you go. Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, it's clicking off the board like just by itself. So
yeah, it's doing some really weird stuff.
So I got to
right
reset everything when we done.
Yeah, so sorry about that. So yeah, I got like I said, I like Albertville and Huntsville to come out of Area 7, and I like Hoover and Hewitt Trustville to come out of Area 6. But I do have Huntsville playing Hoover in the Sweet 16. And I got Huntsville winning that.
Oh, so do we need to go all the way?
No. I just did that for the hell of it because I wanted to be. Okay. All right, man. Let's do this real quick, man. Let's jump over to the Wallace Hansfield region. That would be 7A Area 5 and also 7A Area 8. Those teams, 7A Area 5 is Hillcrest, Tuscaloosa County, Thompson, and Prattville. 7A Area 8 is James Clemens, Bob Jones, Austin, and Florence. All right, Breezy, on you first.
I messed up last time. I didn't say it right.
Now you said it right. You picked your two teams.
Oh,
yeah, I picked two from each.
I'm gonna go JC. I'm gonna go James Clemens. I'm gonna go Bob Jones.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Tuscaloosa County and Hillcrest.
Oh, so you picked the top two teams. Okay. Got you. That's not a bad. Lance, on you.
All right, I'm going. I really like what Frankie's doing over there at James Clement this year. Something just feels like it's clicking right now, and he's got a lead guard there in Isaiah Cleaves, uh, and he can run the show. I mean, we saw him get a 30 ball at Huntsville City Classic, so I like those guys going up against Hillcrest in the first round, and then I like Austin to come out of there with Quentin Pryor and Caden Ricks. I think that they're going to put on a show in the area tournament, and I'm going to go with Tuscaloosa County on that one as the other Sweet 16 matchup.
Okay. And who was your other team coming out of Area 5?
Hillcrest.
Got Hillcrest. Okay. I'm gonna go Area 5 first. I like we saw Hillcrest play the at the second annual Caleb White Tip-Off Classic at Pinson Valley High School.
Yeah.
I was impressed with them. They played decent, right? I'm sure they've improved since then. That was an early season tournament. But I'm gonna tell you like this. I watched Thompson pop Tuscaloosa County the other night, right? And I know that I have been down on Thompson ever since those football players came back. I think it threw off the chemistry and the flow of the team. However, I like a couple of their players, but I don't think they're going to win. So I'm going with Hillcrest and Tuscaloosa County.
Said all that to say that.
Hey, I have to eat a little crow. In the beginning of the year, I had Thompson.
Oh, you
going
picked
to the
Thompson.
Final Four.
You did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
you did.
For sure.
We can run the tape back.
You can run the tape back.
Yeah,
We'll pull the
right.
tape. So I got it. Listen, Prattville is also playing better basketball right now. I just think in this area, I don't think they're gonna be good enough to win.
Yeah.
Right. I like Deshaun Hall. I like Jersey Farbs. Right. I like those players.
I like them too.
Right. You know what I mean? I like Riley Bryant. I love Landon Smith. I love JJ Nelson. I like Cam Pritchard.
Yeah. The whole team.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Listen, what's the other kid's name? That's always Ethan. Ethan, I can't remember Ethan's last name, but he's hooping. Like, I like them. I just don't like those addition of those football players. I think it throws off the chemistry of their team. With that being said, Zy Davis at Tuscaloosa County. It's just what Tuscaloosa County team is going to show up. And I think it's going to go a long way with who's going to host the area tournament. Hillcrest is currently leading the area. I'm not sure if Hillcrest and Tuscaloosa County have to play each other again. We know that's a rivalry matchup with two West Alabama Tuscaloosa teams. I just don't know if they got to play each other again.
I think that one's just about wrapped up. I think they both everybody thinks just got about one game left.
Okay, so if Hillcrest is going to be hosting,
yeah.
Like I mentioned, I just watched Thompson pop Tuscaloosa County this week, right? Like, so do they do that again on a neutral site, right? Can they do it again on a neutral site?
Well, it's because we got so many teams that are 6-7 in this year. It's like, which one's gonna show up? We don't know.
Exactly.
Gotta wait the tip off.
So it's tough because Thompson can come out and play the way they played against Tuscaloosa County the other night, right? But however, for the sake of us, and we got to do this, and I got to pick my teams. I'm going Hillcrest and Tuscaloosa County in Area 8. Florence is playing much better basketball here late in the season. We know Coach Dylan Burleson can coach. We know they won this area and region last year.
Got to the Final Four last year.
They got to the championship game and only lost by I think 10 or 12 to Hoover, right? So Jayshawn Payne has been playing outstanding basketball. We saw him have a 30 ball when we had our iBall radio game of the week at Florence earlier in the season. He had 34 points. And he has been on a tear here late in the season. don't count Florence out because they're 1-4 in the area, right?
Here he goes, Breezy. Here he goes. He's
Don't
gonna
count
say all
them
that to
out.
say
I'm
nothing.
not. I can't count nobody out. I'm just going off what I see, and like anybody can have a good game, so it's hard to say.
Exactly. I just think that Dylan Burleson has been there and done that.
Yep.
Has Frankie Sullivan been there and done that with James Clemens? Back when he had Simon Walker, his ninth grade year, when he made it to the Final Four.
Right.
So he's been there, done that.
Right.
Bob Jones hadn't been there in a while, right? Austin hadn't been there in a while.
Right.
I love Desmond Phillips. I love Coach Starkey, right?
Give it to us.
Bro, I'm going out on a limb. I like Jesus Christ. How is Bob Jones 4-1 in this area? How? Like, from what we've seen from Bob Jones this year, they have been the ultimate roller coaster. Ethan Horton, right? Shout out Ethan Horton, right? Like, when he gets his opportunity, he plays well. We know how good Jacob
Parks. Yeah.
We know how good he is, right? But they're 4-1.
And Harrison, man, he's a great on ball defender and great player. Like if they put it together, they got the right size. Like as far as size and
Breezy picked them.
Yeah,
Breezy put them in the region.
I'm a numbers guy.
Hey, but I got to go with them dogs out of them Austin Black Bears.
I like Austin.
But here's the thing about Austin, bro. They're so inconsistent. You don't know what
everybody. It's everybody,
right.
Bro.
But if Caden Ricks comes out and gets in foul trouble, if that's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Fact,
just like Yancey for Albertville,
he's gonna get in foul trouble.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
So, and I'm sitting here watching this game, and I don't know what Sparkman has going on with their scoreboard.
They don't have a scoreboard, bro. You just gotta use pen and paper and mark it down. Is what I would do.
Right, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know the score of this basketball game. Hopefully, I can get my guy Jonathan. But I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna go with James Clemens and Austin. I'm gonna go with James Clemens and Austin.
My God.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna tell you, I am biting my tongue because I want to say Florence. That's what's hanging me up. I want to say Florence, but the only reason I really like James Clemens, right? Alexander Blue, like you mentioned, Isaiah Cleaves, like Yakoto Sakito, however you say his name.
Yeah.
Like James Clemens is in for me, right? Yep. I think they're in. It was the other three. And my thing is, I think Florence can beat Bob Jones. I think Florence can beat Austin. And it's all about peaking at the right time. Right. And it seems like they're starting to peak at the right time. If you've been paying attention to Florence, they have been playing much better basketball.
You just got to get hot about a couple games and you're going to be good.
Exactly. So I'm going to go with James Clemens and Austin, but I'm going to tell you, I'm putting that down in pencil because I think Florence can make a run to the region.
Oh, so we're going to revisit this in a couple weeks and make new picks?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
something's going to change.
Yeah, something's going to change. We still got area games to be played. When the regular season ends, before we get to area play, we're going to revisit.
It's just a conversation.
All right, man, let's run to the Alabama State region. We got to go through these quick because we got to go, man. It's almost 9 o'clock.
That is.
Alabama State region. That's it. So we got 7A Area 3. This is going to be tough, too. Oh, my God. There's 7A Area 3 and 7A Area 4. 7A Area 3 is Enterprise, Carver, Dothan, and Jag. 7A Area 4 is Central Phoenix City, Auburn, Opelika, and Smith Station. Breezy on you.
Area 3. I'm gonna go with Enterprise. I'm gonna go with Dothan. I'm going Area 4. Gracious. I can't even say I can't even say that one. So I got to go Opelika and Central.
Okay. So you
So I'm
can't
going to go Central and Auburn.
high school though, Breezy.
That's the name.
Go ahead, Lance.
I'm going to go Central and Auburn, and then I'm going to go Enterprise Carver.
Ooh.
Okay.
22-3. Dothan left out. Ooh, that's
just
tough.
how I'm feeling tonight. Is this time for some new blood to be
New
running through?
blood.
That's tough.
Here's my thing. It sticks in my mind, and it's probably my hang up, but I saw the game that Dothan had against Jemison, and it could be a one-off. But then I saw the game that they had against Enterprise, and they had a similar feel. And so if they can do that twice in a season, they can probably do it again. And I love athletic teams. I just do. That's what I like. And Carver's got some big time athletes.
They do have that. They do have that, man. That's hometown team. I love Coach Reggie Sprouse. That's my guy. But I'm gonna tell you, bro.
I mean, I got Enterprise coming out of that Alabama State region anyway. So
okay. All right, I'm telling you, bro.
Just to cut to the chase on that one.
Bro, they only had 4 people score in that game against Dothan.
I know. It's tough. It's a tough area.
Each game is
different.
Each game is different. So
right. Okay. In 7A Area 4, I'm gonna go shout out my guy, Coach Steve Rogers over at Central Phoenix City. I'm rocking with them, so I'm gonna go Central Phoenix City. Opelika is just not really good at Smith Stations, so I'm gonna go Opelika and Central and Auburn just by default, right? Because I don't think Opelika or Smith Station is gonna make any noise in that area. But shout out to Central Phoenix City after all they lost, changing their coach Steve Rogers taking over there and getting those guys to first in the area so far through this season, man. That's commendable in itself. 7A Area 3, in my opinion, this is the second toughest, if not the first toughest 7A area in the state, right? I actually think this area is more competitive than Area 7 with Huntsville, Sparkman, and Albertville. I really do. And Grissom, I got to throw them in there because Grissom and Jag, they cancel each other out, right? But when you go Enterprise, Carver, and Dothan, I think those 3 teams are just as good, if not better, than Sparkman, Huntsville, and Albert, right? So I'm gonna go. Jesus. I'm gonna go Enterprise and Dothan, but listen. I'm gonna get killed because I'm sitting here in Montgomery, Alabama. Like they gonna kill me for this pick. I already know it, but I think tomorrow night, Enterprise and Carver tomorrow night is gonna go a long way because here's the other thing: Sparkman beat Albertville 53-47.
Wow!
I just got the text message.
So they overcame a super slow start.
Wow, 53-47. Sparkman wins that game.
That's huge news.
Does that change y'all's mind?
Like maybe in a couple weeks when we revisit.
No, see, we're not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that, Lance. I'm not gonna let you just make a pick because you think you could come back and make a different pick. No, you gotta be solid. But I'm gonna tell you, back to Area 3.
I'm solid.
Area 3. You don't sound too solid. That didn't sound too confident, did it, Breezy? Flip flop, Yeezy slides. But oh my God, I know I'm gonna get killed for not entering Carver, but I think tomorrow night's game, Enterprise at Carver Montgomery, is gonna be a huge basketball game. And here's the thing, Lance, we have to say, if they beat them, you gotta understand that will be a 3-way tie for first place in that area.
That's right.
Each Carver beat Dothan at Carver. Enterprise beat Dothan at Enterprise. Dothan beat Enterprise at Dothan. And Carver lost to Dothan at Dothan, right? So each team has beat each other on. So that game, Enterprise at Carver Montgomery tomorrow night, is huge because if Enterprise wins, I think they put a chokehold on the area and will host the area tournament. If not, we go to a coin flip.
Yeah, we should have did this on Thursday.
Anything can happen.
Right. We could go to a coin flip, right? And if we get to a coin flip, the game, today is Thursday, Breeze.
Oh, I mean Tuesday.
Yeah, after the game.
Yeah.
After the game. Yeah, after the game. Because it goes to a coin flip. And if it goes to a coin flip, if Carver ends up winning the coin flip and they host that area tournament, bro, you don't want to come down here and play?
Yeah, it's a different story.
You don't want to come down here and play? I'm just gonna tell you, you don't want to come down here. I know
Hey,
the
I just
referee's
want it
gonna be from
known
somewhere else.
that from Huntsville, I picked Carver. Okay.
All right.
Okay. You did. All right. But I'm gonna go there, man. So last but not least, we're gonna run through this South region because I don't think it's very competitive. But I don't want to hate on nobody, but I don't think it's very 7A area 1, which is Baker, who is 3-1 in that area. We just had Baker the other day. Come on. Davidson, Mary G. Montgomery, and Bryant. I'm go Breezy.
I'm gonna just
I'm gonna me give him the other one. And then 7A area 2, Fairhope, Daphne, Foley, and Robertsdale.
I'm on the mic, but my camera died. But I'm just gonna go area 1. Go Baker. I'm gonna go Davidson. I'm keeping it simple.
Yeah.
Area 2. I'm gonna go Fairhope, and I'm gonna go Daphne.
Yeah. Lance, on you.
Yeah, the same. Copy and paste that.
Yeah, copy and paste that for me also. I don't think either one of these teams.
Where Murphy at?
Murphy 6A.
They're 6A.
Oh.
So I'm gonna go and tell you, I like Fairhope coming out of the South. Oh, but I will say this. I do gotta Breeze, I want you might rethink this, and Lance, you might rethink this. Jackson Gully tore his ACL. He's out.
Well, I was gonna say I like Daphne.
Like Fairhope, that whole team looks different without Jackson Gully.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Daphne coming out of that South, actually.
Okay. I hadn't seen Daphne this year. I'm not even gonna.
Yeah, I ain't seen him for real.
I ain't seen him. So I can't even give I'll go watch some film this weekend. Now that I have some time, I'll go watch film on Daphne this weekend. Go watch a game, but I can't even give you my honest that I ain't even seen him play. But I do know I was told that Jackson Gully tore his ACL.
Yeah, that's big.
Monday night. Do we got a game Monday? No.
We ain't got nothing until the 1st.
Okay. So yeah, we got a week off. So we're gonna do a lot of research next week, a lot of film watching. We're gonna do some rankings for you guys, and we're gonna finish out 6A, 5A, 4A, 3A, 2A with our regional breakdowns, and we'll give you our predictions on each of those coming out of next week. So Lance, man, great job on this, man. Appreciate it. No doubt about it.
Yeah, I'm working on all the 6A stuff and all the graphics for that. Just there's so much more involved because they have a sub-region tied to it. So, but I'll have it by next week for you. Last thing that I wanted to mention, which is a super side note, but I know a lot of folks that listen to this are either recruits or parents of recruits or coaches of recruits. And there is so much happening at the NCAA level, whether you're talking about D1, D2, D3, junior college, NAI, whatever type of college recruit you might be. Tap in with us. We might not know it all, but we're having so many conversations with folks from athletic directors, coaches of all kind, and that type of information for you as a recruit, our parent, our coach is vital right now because it's changing every moment that you wake up, and even throughout the day of what even eligibility looks like. So many things. So I just say, iBall is a valuable resource. Tap in with us any way that you can, and let us help you out in your recruiting journey.
Appreciate
Usual. But man, Breezy, great show tonight, man. Run the music. The music. Hopefully, y'all can hear my audio. We will be back on Monday night with a brand new show. Same bat place, same bat time, man, right here on iBallRadio.com. Make sure you go get your iBallRadio.com subscription. All this information will be up. I'm going to post all this stuff that you see on social media. We're going to write some articles, put it up, and give you our predictions, man. I'm going to break down what we all said on tonight's show, man, and get that out to y'all. Make sure you follow us on all social media at iBall Radio. Also, make sure you get ready, go back and watch all of our info on man, all that stuff, man. iBallRadio.com. Shout out to Glenn Wilson Lending Team. Give them a holler at GlennWilsonLendingTeam.com. Y'all know what it is, man. Breezy, holler at these folks.
Hey, man, it's your boy Breezy, and it ain't easy.
It ain't easy, man. And y'all already know. They call me coach because I teach you how to ball. Till Monday night, we up out of here. Peace.
Peace.
Long live Hero.
So, for sure.